Okay, you guys, get your pen and paper. We had a emergency room hospital visit this past Sunday. But I thought I'd share with you story time, but also some helpful information in case you get in a pinch. In a pinch. In a pinch. And you find yourself at the local emergency room. So, let me bring this down for us a little bit. Yes, I do have permission to tell the story. My husband has a good ending, but I learned so much. I want to share it with you. My husband on Sunday had a fever, and if you don't think that put me in a COVID crisis, the second I saw he had a fever, the media has me in such a frenzy, it's not even funny. Anyways, so he had a fever. His heart rate was a little bit up. A reminder, if you can keep an oximeter in your home, this measures your finger heart, your pulse, and your oxygen. This can nip a health issue in the bud. And these are called oximeters. You can get them anywhere or Amazon Prime. And of course, if you have the old-fashioned thermometer, you might want to keep these little alcohol pads available. You can get these anywhere. And by the door, we keep a thermometer, the alcohol pads, water, and gloves. We have a box of gloves by the front door, and we have assorted masks by the front door. This one is, I do believe, this is 95 something. My daughter mentioned this might be the one the best one, and they say anything will work. And the hospital was even nice enough. They gave us some of their, standard. Also, Amazon has the best prices. I've noticed on a blood pressure monitor. This takes your blood pressure, gives you your heartbeat, your pulse, and also has a little logo if you have an irregular heartbeat. So my husband, he had a fever, elevated blood pressure for him, and elevated pulse. I was like a wet noodle. I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, he's got COVID, and I'm trying to think, how did he get COVID? We haven't left the house since the last time we were at the emergency room in March. Since March, April, May, June, July, 4 months. So we get there, comes to find out he has a urinary tract infection. Not a big deal. But the part that is a big deal, get this. We got to stay together in the emergency room. They wanted to do a CT scan. Because he's in the age range for COVID, oh my goodness, they gave him the COVID test. And they stick this huge Q-tip up to the tip top of your nose. I felt so sorry for him. So because he had a fever, he got the swab. So I was fine, no fever. I didn't get tested, not a problem. So Okay, so we do all the testing. We're ready for the CT scan. And mention I'm going with him, and they say, no, you're not due to COVID. They were so nice. By the way, they were nice. And my respect for the workers, any worker in any place that has to wear a mask, I'm telling you, we were there for a few hours trying to keep our mask on as best we could the whole time. A few hours. I was at the end of my rope. End of my rope. So you workers that have to wear a mask all day, thank you. I don't know how you do it. Okay. So they say no at the risk of COVID. And I say, I've gone with him before. Every time he has a blood pressure issue that's not even like terrible, you want to do a CT scan. I understand. And they said, oh, it's just our rules now. You might get COVID. I said, well, what about him? You're bringing him in there, and he's worse to be in there than myself. Yeah, man, that's just the rules. So we opted out. I said, hold on. We're not taking this scan. And the hospital tries to say that when you have high blood pressure, it could cause brain bleeding, all this stuff. I said, thank you. You guys are wonderful. But you're not letting me in because it's a high risk of COVID. So he's not going. Okay, so we're done with that. Then when he tells us, gives us a medication for UTI and says, normally we would keep you overnight. This is an extreme case. And I'm laughing under my breath. But because of COVID, we're going to let you go home and we'll hope for the best. If you have any bad signs, come back immediately. So I was grateful for every single hospital person. I'm telling you, they were wonderful. They could tell I was a little panicked. They were wonderful. I don't have a complaint. My one complaint I have is the doctor did not mention, oh, he did say that if you have to go to the hospital. I said, well, if we come back, can we stay in the emergency room or we have to get admitted? No, you'll have to be admitted. I said, can I be with my husband? No, because of COVID. So again, I'm thinking, all right, this isn't working for us. But I didn't say anything. So he says, if this medicine doesn't work, we're going to check in 3 days and make sure he has the right medicine, all this stuff, right? So this is what I want to tell you. If you have senior people, go to your doctor and get home health orders in line. Because if you have home health, and they may be doing it easier now for seniors so that they can stay home instead of getting admitted to the hospital for an IV. Usually that's what it is for like a UTI or an infection. It's an IV. Start working with your doctor now and try to get home health going at your home now for whatever reason. Work with your doctor to get that set up because, and that's what I'm doing right now, the doctor didn't even mention another option saying that if it gets worse and he has to come to the hospital, he has to be checked in. He didn't even mention home health. I'm a little upset about that. But I'm just grateful for us. I'm a little bit more aware. So that's the big bit of information I want to get started for you today. And maybe avoid a hospital so you won't have to be admitted. They can say, wait a minute, we have home health, or hold on, we're going to call our doctor and we're going to request home health immediately. And that's where the home health nurses, that's where the home health nurses come to your home. They set up the IV. So you're doing everything at home instead of the hospital. So, I think I've covered everything. Also, for your own self, start looking up what supplements and what to do to help your immune system. There's certain supplements and things to help boost your immune system. So, in a downtime, you can work on that. And also, I'm going to post a link below. I saw an article the other day saying that Russia has a vaccine all ready to go. What's up with that? I'll look for that in the link below. I'm gonna try to get this posted right now. That's why this isn't going to be a super long video. If you recall, for a 15-minute video, it takes like 4.5 hours to upload. It's terrible. So, wanted to share that with you. So we had a happy ending. We came home. We got our medicine. My sweetheart is doing much better. And we're going to follow up after 3 days and confirm that he's on the right medication. And again, to you hospital people, thank you. Can't thank you enough. And anybody who has to wear a mask during the day for their job, thank you. I don't know how you do it, but I tried to do it for a few hours Sunday, and it wasn't easy. Thanks for watching.